One of the attractions of working here is that it is a best-in-class work environment. Work culture here is genuine, and that's what I like about it.
We have a culture that puts people first. That is evident in the support for work-life balance, in our volunteer program, in our benefits packages, really the structure and the policies, the support for employees really come through in that.
There's really like camaraderie here. There's really compassion. There's empathy. It's just a space where they cultivate this feeling of belonging, of togetherness. That's like, germane to the work that we do, right? And so it kind of translates into how we actually engage with each other in the office or the company culture.
The start of COVID, we added the culture captains, which I was one of the culture captains. We looked at what are we doing for employees for their well-being, and what activities could we be doing? And there should be something that brings everyone together. It's different than just having a job. It's thinking about what you're trying to do to make the world a better place.
Our culture is one of camaraderie, and we work together. We are all focused on the same mission, and even though I am not in direct fundraising, my mission in this organization is to make sure that my employees have what they need to do their job well.
It's interesting just to see how the geographical distance has been not a problem for people that work remote. And so there's so many people I've never even met in person, but I'm like, yeah, you're my friend. I would totally grab a drink with you.
What makes us a great place to work is colleagues are compassionate towards each other. We celebrate both work and personal milestones.
We genuinely like each other, and we genuinely have common interests that makes it real easy to come to work.
The culture here at USA for UNHCR, I would say, is people first. More than just the position, more than just what someone brings to the organization, but who they are. And I really value that we care about each person, we care about who they are. I think especially through COVID, we've learned more about their families and their personal lives, and I always really appreciate that.
If someone was looking for a job and they were considering USA for UNHCR, I would say that the HR team, the executive team, really focus on their people, making it a people-focused organization. You have opportunities for training, advancement, specialized training that will help you further your career, and the benefits get better every year. We constantly evaluate them to see how we can add value to people's work-life balance, or just benefits from everything from health insurance to different accounts and whatnot. I think that they constantly innovate, and your voice is recognized as well. You can be a part of developing this culture that we've been working so hard on, and it's wonderful to see.
We have an incredible matching 401k, which is very boring and adult to say, but I don't know any other nonprofit that is matching at the rate that we match at. And it makes it possible to think about, this is also very adult, retiring one day. The investment in us is evident in the benefits, in the beautiful office space. And it does make a difference. I mean, when you walk into a place and it's beautiful and it feels professional and you're surrounded by your colleagues and people are excited about the work they are doing and they feel like they're well taken care of, it makes them want to take care of the organization and work harder.
So after you've been here for 5 years, you get a 1-month paid sabbatical. From all the benefits that we receive, that we give our employees, it's always thinking about that. How does it help improve their work-life balance? And so that, when they're at work, they're working, but when they're not at work, they're doing what they want to do.
I had the opportunity to step away from work for about a month this summer, and I went to Peru, and I had the opportunity to volunteer as an interpreter for a medical mission trip, as well as hike along the Andes Mountains. So it was a great time to recharge and disconnect and come back to work refreshed.
We care about that a lot. And of course, we have great benefits. That's wonderful. But it's what happens because of those benefits. I'll give you an example of one of the benefits. I've taken my time off, paid volunteer, to be in service to do two different projects, one on a Navajo reservation and one on environmental issues on Assateague and Chicoteague Island in Virginia. The mission alone attracts many good people, but some of these other things like building diversity and equity and fairness into all our work and inclusion, really, really important. And we've been very intentional about that?
Maintaining a work-life balance here is fairly simple. I know I can reduce it to just that. It's kind of simple. Like other organizations, it's been a challenge. Here, it's been like, hey, we want you to take time. We want you to protect your mental health. We want you to come to us with, any issues, any thoughts, any circumstances, like any challenges that you're having with maybe workload, or your personal life that really has an impact on how you're able to show up at work every day. We want to ensure that your personal life and your mental health and your psychological health is well and perfect before, as perfect as it can be. Before, right, we worry about how you're able to pass in this spreadsheet.
What motivates me the most working here is the ability to make a difference on millions of people's lives around the world. And I know what I'm doing in my personal life at work is making a difference.
It is about work-life balance, and we really mean it. It's not just like, oh, we say this is what we want to do. We actually practice work-life balance.
We've had every Friday off, or half-day Fridays that used to be exclusive to the summer. Like throughout COVID, we've done that to try to give employees more time. Personally, I picked up the guitar about 6 months ago, teaching myself that with the help of YouTube. Even bring it to the office sometimes to try to congregate with other people who may play instruments.
USA for UNHCR is full of a lot of fun people. That said, we are also dedicated and passionate and hardworking. And the work-life balance that we have is highly valued. And I think that's what makes the hard work so sustainable.
I can say with no trepidation that this is the most enjoyable place I've ever been working. Smile on my face coming into work. The days I come in, the days I wake up ready for new challenges and ready just to embrace the idea of community and collaboration.